Good morning. My name is Cheryl Woodard, and I'm one of the meditation teachers here at EBS. I am I'm coming to you today from our bookstore because there are people meditating in our main meditation hall over there. Um, and I do these things on Facebook for people who can't make it into the building or people too busy to devote very much time to meditation. So today I'd like to talk about why we meditate. And it's important to know what we're doing when we take up a meditation practice. In mindfulness meditation taught by the Buddha, what we're doing is getting to know our own minds. And you might ask, well, why is that important? And the answer is that everything we experience is filtered through our mind. Some would say it's created by our mind. I'm not sure I can swallow that, but I do think that the mind certainly filters what's going on around you. Think about just in one, the same event hits you differently depending on what mood you're in when it happens, for example. So the mind then is like a lens, like the lens in our eyeglasses. We can't see clearly if our glasses are smudged. And without seeing clearly, we can't properly navigate through life. So you could say that meditation is a practice of cleaning our lenses. And here's how one teacher said this. He said, when a baker makes bread, she has to know the proper amount of yeast and water to use as well as flour. In the same way, you have to know your mind, the neuroses, the positive possibilities, the obstacles, the unrest, and the inconstancy. You have to know realities as well as fantasies, hopes, and ideas. You need to know how certain situations produce either painful or wholesome possibilities for you. He went on to say, life is not all that grim, and you can study life while you're alive. It's a question of paying attention. So meditation then is the way we learn to pay attention. And with practice, we can learn to pay attention all day long, not just when we're sitting down to meditate. The basic idea is to settle yourself into the present moment, which means as much as possible to step away from rushing forward to your next activity or rehashing something that just happened to you or fantasizing what might happen down the road. And in that way, you can fully experience what is actually happening right now. It's a peaceful exercise. And it also relies on habits that are already familiar to us. For example, one teacher said that if you're in a movie theater and something exciting starts to happen, you can see that everybody automatically sits up straight and focuses, and gets absorbed in that moment. And that's the same posture that we're taught to use in meditation. So in any situation where people are paying attention, you can look at them and see when they're at a ball game or watching children in a swimming pool or anything where we need to pay attention. You can see that our body knows how to assume this attentive posture. And we're just using that same knowledge in meditation. We're just saying to our body, hey, something interesting is happening here. Sit up and look. So likewise, we use habits of mind and habits of relaxation. Your breath already has enormous influence over how you feel. You know that if you're frightened, your breath will speed up. If you're tired, it may slow down, and you know that you can sometimes bring yourself from an agitated state to a more peaceful one by slowing your breath, taking a few deep breaths. You know, everybody says take a breath when something horrible happens. Just take a breath, take a few breaths, breathe. So the breath has this powerful connection to our feelings, to our thoughts, and to how we experience the world. So when we are in meditation and focusing on our breath, we're just using that already established habit to our own, to this immediate purpose. So the meditation itself has 3 parts. First part is settling into this attentive posture that I'm talking about, where your seat is securely settled on some kind of support cushion or chair, and your back is upright but not tense, and your head is up. And then expanding your attention to the space around you by paying attention to your breath. And I'll say more about that in a minute, but basically your breath is constantly exchanging with the space around you. You are breathing in nourishment and you're letting go of staleness. And so by paying attention to that process taking place, you can sort of automatically bring yourself in tune with the space around you and the present moment. And then the third thing is observing. So that is checking in with yourself, observing the activity of your mind right now. And if you are breathing shallowly and rapidly and in an agitated way, this is the place where you say, why? What is that? Where does that come from? So your mind is always active, and all you need to do is look at it. So settle, open, and observe. That is what we're talking about. If you become distracted or lose your place while you're meditating, you can just start over. Settle your body again. Let your breathing body connect to the space around you. And then pay attention to what's happening inside of you right now. Over time and with practice, we become familiar with this meditative posture, this pose of wakeful attentiveness. It becomes a habit. And when you bump into a door because your glasses are dirty and you didn't see where you were going, you can just use this habit of meditation to pause, open to that moment, and learn from it. It becomes another tool in your tool chest for getting through life in a thoughtful way. So now let's do a brief session of these meditation steps. I forgot to get a gong, but you'll just have to follow me, okay? So first, settle your body. That is to feel the seat that you're sitting on. Feel your torso rising up effortlessly from that platform of your seat, and your head resting on top of your spine, shoulders down and relaxed. Feel the length of your arms stretching down from your shoulders to your fingertips. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Make sure there's some space between your shoulders and your ears. And then begin to feel your body breathing. If you're agitated and you're finding it hard to settle, you can deliberately draw the breath deeper into your belly and let your belly help you settle. Let your breathing help you settle. So you can deliberately breathe a little bit more deeply in and out. And as you breathe out, notice the space around you. Notice the quality of the light in the room you're in, the temperature. Feel that you're present in a moment in time, in a place, specific spot in the world. And let your breath, which is going out and coming in, let that connect you to that space. And then when your body and your breath are settled and maybe moving together, sort of synchronized, you can turn your attention to your thoughts, to the activity of your mind. There are many metaphors that meditators use for the activity of the mind, and one I want to give you today is the idea of a train station. Trains are pulling in and trains are pulling out, and you don't get on any of them. You just notice the train, the movement of the trains, but you don't get on and ride away. Maybe you're hovering over the station like a drone. You're not actually waiting for a specific train. You're just observing. And so your thoughts come and go. Let them come and let them go. And if you get carried away, if you do jump on one of the trains of thought, then just when you notice that's happened, just check back in with your body for a minute. Are you still sitting in a comfortable but upright posture? Are you still connected to the earth like a tree with deep roots? And do you notice the movement of your belly with your breath? Be curious. See what's happening. Does your mind slow down as your body and your breathing settle into harmony together? Are there feelings that come in the quiet space that you've just created? Thoughts you didn't know about? Again, let them just come. Be curious. The only job you have right now is to see what's happening. You don't have to fix anything. You don't have to force yourself to be in a certain state of mind. There's no agenda other than just being in your relaxed breathing body and observing what's going on right now. I like to add a fourth step whenever I'm practicing. It helps me. And this fourth step is to engage my heart. Oftentimes I find that when I'm meditating, my heart softens anyway. But in any case, what I like to do is to sit here for a minute before I get up and think about all the people in the world that are struggling like I am to live a full, wholesome life, to overcome whatever obstacles exist for them, and to be the best people they can be. And I extend out, I visually imagine extending out that wish for them, like a brightness radiating out. And, I feel like these are hard times, and we're all in them together. We're all going through this together. And each of us can do whatever we can to protect ourselves, to take care of ourselves, and we can also be sure to take care of each other. And that lightens the load on all of us if we share it. So that's my stuff for today. I hope it's helpful. Not too preachy, but actually practical and helpful to you. Here at EBS, we have many opportunities to join together with people of like mind who are also working on their spiritual growth, and happy to share that process with you. Everything is listed on our website, ebslr.org. And this month we have the special opportunity of getting Dharma teachings from a real, genuine Buddhist teacher. We have a visiting teacher arriving the last weekend of the month, and his first talk on Friday night is free. But you do need to register in advance because space is limited. So please, it's on the events page of our website. Please go there, follow the link, and register if you want to come. It will also be on Zoom, so you can participate even if you can't come to the building. So that's it for today. I want to thank you for being here with me, wishing you all the best until the next time. Bye-bye.